Hey, what's up everyone? PersNikity here, moving on to Chapter 15, Sink or Swim. Now, you're going to have to do this quick. Right when the level starts, shoot that guy off the top with your shotgun. Hopefully you have the shotgun like I recommended. If not, shoot him as quick as you can, and then shoot the guy on the upper balcony. That guy's probably the toughest. Then you're going to want to shoot the heavily armored guy. Run up here with the shotgun and shoot this guy with the shield. Once he staggers backward from the blast, you're going to pull out your other weapon and go ahead and finish him off. Now you're going to want to hide behind these boxes. There's going to be two guys up here with red laser sights. Take them out. Now shift your attention to the left because a couple enemies are going to drop down. Go ahead and turn this corner here. Get whatever weapons you want ready. There's lots of weapons lying around. You just got to be quick. You got to be quick. If you want to pick up an enemy off a fall, or if you want to pick up a weapon off a fallen enemy, you got to pick it up quickly because this whole thing goes very fast. Go ahead and shoot this heavily armored enemy. Now there's going to be one lesser guy to worry about, and as soon as you kill him, you're going to want to make a run for his position. So there you go, he's dead. Run back over here and immediately take cover behind something like this, maybe even the other side. And what's going to happen here is there's going to be a couple enemies on the balcony, but the good news is you don't have to kill everyone here. All you have to do is you have to wait for this room to flood. So you see here that enemy rushed me, almost killed me. Fortunately, I was able to fend him off before I got shot. But all I'm doing here is I'm not going to pop out of cover and shoot those guys on the balcony, because if I do, I'm going to die. Instead, I'm just going to run out the clock. There's no way for them to hit me in that position. Eventually, you'll see here that the room gets flooded, and then boom, there you go. As long as you can survive long enough for the room to get flooded, you'll be able to survive the section. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm wondering if it's possible to just, like, you'll notice the first wave of enemies was just 3 guys, 2 smaller guys, and then a shotgun guy, a heavily armored guy. I almost wonder, you know, the second wave of enemies might not spawn until the first wave is dead, so I almost wonder if you could get by with killing everyone except the heavily armored enemy, and then just run around the room until it floods. And that way, you don't even have to deal with the other waves. You can just run around evading the heavily armored guy. So that might be something you want to experiment with. Either way, it's not necessarily that hard to kill the first 2 waves of enemies. It's just that last wave, you don't want to waste time trying to shoot those guys off the balcony, because 1, the balcony is far away, and 2, if you pop out of cover, you're probably going to get shot since it's brutal. So you just want to run out the clock. Just let the room flood. Easy as that. And now what's going to happen is the rest of the level, there's no more combat. We basically just have to run. And so when you get down into the water here, this is actually kind of hard to see, but you're going to want to swim over to this vent in the corner. Again, it's really easy to miss that, but go ahead and swim over to it, mash the triangle button, and then just follow this path, and there you go. I don't think there's any more underwater sections, so you shouldn't have to worry about drowning. If you want to look at the way Drake is holding his gun right now, it's like pierced through his hand. Maybe that's an effective way to hold a gun. Who am I to tell Drake what to do? But yeah, so now you just got to run away from the water. And, you know, I almost wonder if this was intentional, but there's been a couple moments in this game where Drake is running towards the camera. You know, back in Chapter 7, he was running away from spiders, and the game had us running towards the camera. There was another level, I think, in Yemen where we were running towards the camera, once again away from spiders. And then right there, we were running away from the camera, towards the camera, running away from water. And I almost wonder if the developers meant that to be a tie to Crash Bandicoot. Like, I highly doubt it, but that's one of my fondest memories of Crash Bandicoot as a kid, was those levels where you had to run away from, like, the boulder or the giant polar bear, and you were running towards the camera, and I really liked it because it just made things so much more stressful. It was much more of a challenge. You couldn't see what was in front of you. You could only see the danger approaching you from behind, and so, I don't know. Obviously, Naughty Dog, you know, it's the same creators, Uncharted and Crash Bandicoot. So part of me likes to think that they threw that little camera feature in there as a little nod to Crash Bandicoot. And then, of course, they did a giant nod to Crash in Uncharted 4, which we'll get to later on once I cover that walkthrough. But yeah, just a little thing I noticed, and I thought it was really cool. I'd love to hear if you thought the same thing when you first saw it. But yeah, anyway, so this is Chapter 15, Sink or Swim, and we're already done with the hard part. And this is the last level of the Ramses section. So again, the Ramses section is Chapters 12 through 15, where we're fighting Ramses and his crew. Drake's gonna hop in the elevator here. I think like the first rule of a danger situation is not to take the elevator, always to take the stairs. So I think Drake only has himself to blame here. I mean, you're just begging for this to happen. You're taking the elevator in a cruise ship that is literally tilted on its side in the ocean. I think that warrants using the stairs. But anyway, Drake is a risk taker, so I won't hold it against him. Anyway, you're gonna fall down here. This nice little scene with the chandelier, this giant, magnificent chandelier. Go ahead and swing over to it. You'll see that it falls, and then we have a very Indiana Jones-esque moment where he just very narrowly escapes this thing crushing him. And then you're going to go to leave this room, and you're going to run into a short little cutscene, which I will let you enjoy right now.
How do we get out of this aquarium? Sharmut! Yes! See you in hell, Habibi!
Alright guys, so that will pretty much do it for Chapter 15. All you gotta do now is run away from the water. Really nothing to worry about, and that will end the chapter. So, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you get the chance. Once again, just keep running towards the camera, and I will see you in the next chapter.